Hello, learners, and welcome to Translanguaging 101. This presentation is going to give you a brief overview of our mini course, and I'm also going to give you some navigation tips for how to get around Google Classroom, the LMS that you will be using to learn and engage in course materials for Translanguaging 101. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the home screen for Translanguaging 101. If you're not familiar with Google Classroom, there's a couple of tabs to know how to use. The first one is the stream. So this is essentially the home page where all of your assignments will appear in order. If you want a more organized approach, so you know exactly what serves what purpose, you can go to classwork, and I've organized for you into categories like rubrics, assignments, and discussions. And you can also follow your progress more easily here and even see your grades if you go to grades. Of course, my view as the teacher shows me what grades I've given you, but you'll see just your own grades. So coming back to the stream here on the top left, you're going to see a brief introduction here to the course. You're going to see a couple of discussion questions, rubrics to help you self-assess for those assignments and discussions at the beginning. And then I'm going to have a few pieces of information, a few materials for your first module, including a video overview of translanguaging, basically the fundamental information and foundations of translanguaging, the presentation that you can read through for this first module, and then a mini activity and a knowledge check that you can complete on Nearpod. So let's take a look, for example, at our rubrics. This is for you to self-assess as well as know exactly how I'm going to be assessing you on your, for example, language learning experience discussion post, and then also your first activity, the Nearpod assignment. And let's go look at those two right now. So I'm going to exit out of that. I'm going to click back to my home screen, the title at the top. So here's the discussion question I'm going to be assessing you on. What experiences do you have with learning language? Share one core memory or brief 2 to 3 sentence description of how you have learned a language. And you have that rubric back on the stream or under classwork under rubrics to help understand how I'm going to grade you and what kind of feedback I will give. And then you also have an activity after watching and reading through the presentation Translanguaging basically with a link to a Nearpod here that you can click into. It's going to open for me. It's going to ask for my name, and then I'll be able to participate in this activity. I'll just put my name in here to give you a preview. And then you get to click through the slides. Okay. Alrighty. I want to welcome you again to Translanguaging 101, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Reach out if you have any questions.